promising you this video for a long time, ladies. I have filmed my darling daughter-in-law making her Filipino Pancit. And I'm so glad that I was with her and watched her do this because I kept putting off making it myself. Well, here we are. And here is my darling daughter-in-law, Bonnie. You all remember her from Idaho, Billy's wife. And we are very lucky to have her making Filipino Pancit. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Pancit. And Bonnie has done all the prep already. It's all ready. We're down at my grandson Billy's house, and we're going to have this for a late lunch. So Bonnie is way ahead of us here. Go ahead, Bonnie. Take it from here and tell us what the preparation, what's in it.
So ingredients-wise, Asian food always garlic and onion. It never goes away.
Oh yeah.
Then we have our protein today would be chicken, and this is boiled chicken right now, and we're using the water or what we boiled it from to be the broth later when we cook our noodles. This is a dry noodles. You could get it in any Asian store, but the best part is coming from a Philippine store because this is made in a Philippines.
Let me put that up here so you can see it. Now, the kind that I found at home in a regular market is pretty much the same. It's those rice noodles, but it's supposed to say rice sticks on it, right, Bonnie? Mm-hmm. And this, I guess, is the secret to everything. Okay, what else do we have
and
here?
Then for the veggies, we got here cabbage. We got green beans sliced in slanting way, so it's kind of like thin as much as you could. And bell peppers sliced still on like a stick, matchsticks if you may. And you got, I think this is a sweet piece, yeah?
I think we call these snap. Well, I don't know. What are these called?
Because the thicker one is the snap.
Okay, sweet
snow
peas.
peas.
Snow peas,
Snow
right.
peas.
Right.
And some carrots sliced, exactly the same as well. And then we've got green onions, but these are just for garnishing later. And this is to your preference, whatever. If you want it in there, excuse me. And we got lemon. So Filipinos would squeeze lemon on their noodles. It just gives you a different taste. But like I said, it's a preference. But if you're doing it an authentic way, you need that.
This looks good. Now, I would have liked a little shrimp in it too.
Yes.
But one of my great-granddaughters, is it Tegan, is allergic to the shrimp. So we don't have any shrimp here in the house today.
But it would be the best way to do is chicken and shrimp.
Chicken and shrimp, yeah, that I would love. Now, my little prize that I did bring down, if you remember, I might have shown this to you. I found this at a thrift store, brand new, and it's a giant wok, and it is going to be, whoops, that's the doggy. It's going to be christened today with Bonnie at the helm of the wok. So I'll be actually filming her as she starts cooking. Now, what's the first thing we do, Bonnie?
We're gonna have to heat our wok. So this is what I use, the pot that I use for the chicken, meaning boiling it, and it's already pre-seasoned with salt and pepper and a little bit of soy sauce. So you've got a natural broth in there. So
ooh, that's nice and hot. Bonnie makes her own broth. But now remember, you can use, if you don't make your own broth.
Just the instant broth.
Yeah, you can use instant broth, which I would do myself. So here we go. We're starting up the wok. And I think I'll start filming by hand now. I'm going to shut it off now. Olive oil, okay.
Or we are here in the U.S., so we're using olive oil.
Oh.
In the Philippines, we're using a regular oil.
Oh, wow. Is that what you do? Okay. Ooh. All those veggies look so good. All this is about ready to start.
Today, I decided with the pancit, since we have those chickens, and we don't have to put all of it. This is the chicken thigh. It is boneless, but it has the skin in it. So I've been marinating it since last night with soy sauce, pepper, and sesame oil, and lemongrass. So you could see the green in there. and garlic, of course. It's lemongrass is really tall, like this, and I've cut this already. Grass. This is actually a Thai cuisine. It's called chicken gayang. It's just a chicken barbecue. It's just the marinade is different, and you can marinate it for 2 hours minimum. But I would suggest overnight because it really, the taste just goes inside, and it's really good. And the reason I left the skin is it gets grilled crispy on the skin, so it has to stay on the skin for a long time. You could barely see the fat after. That's the reason why the skin is there.
Good. And
yeah,
Billy's getting the grill going right now.
Billy's gonna grill
Okay,
it.
good. Sounds good. The veggies are starting. Now we have the fan going, so you're going to hear a little bit of noise here.
I think everybody knows this, but the sequence of sauteing of vegetables, you go to the hardest one that cooks first.
Right.
Which is the beans. Then you go with the carrots, obviously.
No peas.
And there's no peas.
And you do these all at once.
Yeah, kind of like layering it and let it cook a little bit, and then you mix it all together. But the last one would be the cabbage, because the cabbage actually cooks really, really fast.
So you hold off on that for a while.
Just for a little bit. So if you're cooking it with a fresh meat, it's just like even a pork or a chicken, obviously after the onion and garlic, you do the meat first, the protein. On me, I prefer the chicken being cooked first because I like using my own broth. I like layering my seasoning as well, so I would start doing my pepper. A little bit of chicken bouillon for added flavor.
Loose.
So everybody's always been asking me how much and how do you measure. I don't really measure.
That's like I do too.
A huge bit of salt. This is just so when you eat the veggies by itself, it already had its taste, and then you mix it all together. So that's building flavor, if you may.
Yep. I can't wait to show my ladies here your broth. In fact, I'm going to take a peek right now. It looks so good. Look at that broth. Nothing like homemade broth, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I scared her. How did I scare you?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so we'll simmer it.
Okay.
See if I can find a cover and we can cut.
Okay, so while that's simmering, I have to go into the other room and film a little bit of the lemonade making that the girls are doing. I'll be right back, Bonnie.
Okay.
We're doing some lemonade making.
Ooh, they're making lemonade.
We're gonna have to put water and sugar into it.
Oh, okay. That makes the best lemonade. Sugar.
So we can
Hayden
pour
is
it
opening
into
up the sugar very carefully. Real collaborative effort here.
Put it in.
Okay, Megan is getting the ice water for the lemonade. Slivering the chicken. Oh, they almost look cooked, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, that's technically half cooked.
And here goes all the cabbage.
Do you know where a wooden spoon is?
This is going to be a lot of pancit for all of us, huh?
Yeah, well, after I cook the vegetable, I try to gauge the proportion. If there's too much vegetables, I just leave the vegetable out, and you could technically have the vegetable by itself.
Right.
And we call it chop soy, which is a mixed vegetable, and later on just put, whatever you want.
Is this the first taste?
Yeah, we didn't measure, so we gotta do taste test and see.
I'm the backup taster.
Tell me more sugar
Backup
or more
taster.
water.
What's the verdict, Hayden?
More sugar, more water.
It's very lemony.
Okay, so
Sugar,
more,
very lemony.
more both.
More sugar.
More sugar? Okay.
Don't we need a backup taster here?
I'm the backup taster.
Okay, Lizzie, give it a
I
whirl.
still have more of this soury lemon stuff.
Ooh, that's all mixed in now, huh? And here goes the chicken. Well, this is nice and easy. I guess the hard part, Bonnie, is chopping up all those vegetables.
That's where a lot of work go.
Oh, this is going to be yum. Now, do you add more broth at this point or not?
Not yet, because I don't want to be fishing the vegetable out of.
I got it.
So when they're all done, then we've got the broth and let it boil and put the noodles on.
So what's the purpose of using a wok? Just the size of it?
Because it contains it, like it's easier for it to be like mixed all together. You imagine if that's flat.
I got
mean,
it.
you can do anything. You could use anything.
Yeah.
And it's probably even because it's a tradition. It came from Chinese, really. Anything noodle is from Chinese.
Right.
Ready?
Is this about ready?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm taking it out now.
Oh, wow. What's the verdict, Lizzie?
It's perfect.
Oh, good. Yay. Okay, girls.
Ready for dinner.
Look at that.
No sugar.
Oh, steaming veggies. Now this is for the noodles. The noodles are, this is the interesting part that I think, the cooking of the noodles. I see you putting quite a bit of the broth in there.
Yeah, because the noodles is dry. So it's going to eat up a lot of juice.
So the noodles soak up all this broth.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because the noodles is dry and it's not pre-soaked.
That looks really
Uh-huh.
good.
Doesn't it look good, Lizzie? You're going to love, Lizzie is our international eater.
Does she like cooking?
She loves
Sometimes
eating.
I help.
Good.
So the reason I'm tasting this, just pouring it, because I've already pre-seasoned that one. So I want to
Okay.
make sure it's not too salty.
And this has the
whatnot.
soy in it already
It
too?
has a little bit of soy. It has a little bit of pepper. It does have garlic and onion as well while it was cooking. And all the bones from that barbecue and from the meat that we just put in there was soaking in there.
Ooh. Yeah. You don't cut these or anything?
Now it goes everywhere. So
Ah.
other people do cut it. I like it long like that because as you're mixing it, it just separates.
And these noodles will soak up all of that broth. That's a lot of noodles, huh? Mm-mm.
That's how thin it is.
I know, I see that, yeah. Yum. Billy enters into this process. He's taking the chicken, the marinated chicken, out to the barbecue and searing both sides until it's crispy. I guess those are your orders, right, Bill?
Okay.
Got it. Ah, this works quickly.
Yeah. See how much water it ate?
Yeah, it did.
From here on, you just gauge it. If you need to add more, that's why you always have the pot on the side, or it's enough.
Maybe we can have the girls set the table in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see them forming. They're getting softer as we watch.
And just make sure that you separate it so the clumps, it's not clumped together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's gonna be hard. See how much, there's not
Yeah.
much water anymore. The reason why we add the soy sauce, it's for the color.
Ah.
And a little salt. With it. And I put a little bit of pepper.
How do you know when they're done?
Oh, the noodles.
Yeah.
Keep on tasting the noodles.
You keep tasting.
Other taste as well is a little bit of oyster sauce.
Uh-huh. Ooh, looks good.
I put a little bit of it too in the veggie earlier, just for a taste.
Yep.
The noodles, and you can see it's really fairly solid white in the middle
Yep.
and still chewy.
Okay. So it's not ready yet.
Almost there, because with all the water being absorbed, that should be done pretty soon. The color is changing.
Oh yeah, the color is changing. Yeah.
We're gonna do half of the veggies and half of it will be the topping. So
Oh.
that juice will still be absorbed
Yep.
in there.
Oh, I'm so glad you made this for the first time. Now I.
Other half will be, we call it the topping.
The topping.
on the
I
top.
got it. I got it.
So that everybody can get a little bit of veggie to go with it.
Yeah. Looks so good.
Should we use this?
So when I do this as well, I don't overcook the noodles because as it sits on the container, that's still cooking, kind of like a spaghetti.
Yep.
You want it a little bit of al dente, if you may. So
Good. Let me get the girls busy with the tables. The finished dish. Does that look yummy? With the lemon slices. We're up ready to eat in about 5 minutes. Okay, this is what Billy seared on the barbecue outside. Looks yummy. Does that go on the side?
yeah,
Here we are, and the girls are all ready. We're all coming in to have a nice meal in here. Thank you, girls. Bonnie is serving. Ooh, does that look good? Oh, I love these nice thank yous too.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
come
yummy.
closer.
Anybody else? Who's next? Bravo, Bonnie. You did a great job. I can't wait to make it on my own. Didn't you do it?
Amazing.
Isn't
There's
it?
a grilled chicken in there. It's just chicken.
Bonnie, this is amazing. Yeah.
What did you say about it? I missed that. What did you say?
This is amazing.
Lizzie
This is
is our most adventuresome eater. She's our what we call international eater. Tell me what your favorite meal is.
Bouillabaisse.
Bouillabaisse, yeah.
I like this better than you.
And you like this too. Doesn't this look nice? Oh, what a nice meal. Everybody is loving it, including the children. Now, since we had Mikey and Sabrina and their 2 daughters up, and Billy and Bonnie were babysitting their 2 little granddaughters, Hayden and Tegan, we had a lot of little gals in this video too, and they decided to make lemonade as the drink for all the kids. So they wanted to be in the video too. So I filmed them and it's hilarious. All of them had something to say making the video. It was such a beautiful day down at Billy's house, and the kids swam all day. Sabrina was in the water, and we just had a great time. The backyard was gorgeous, and I don't know where the breeze was coming from, but they have these saguaro, I think that's the name of it, saguaro palms, the big ones with the long fronds, and I filmed just a few seconds of it, of these beautiful palms swaying in the breeze in the backyard. All the cousins are having such fun together.
For a safe landing. Is it cold? No, not really.
What a life.
Cold?
Then we all ate in the dining room. It was a beautiful meal and probably should have been served on china, but in favor of the fact that we didn't want to wash any dishes afterward and it was a long day, we chose paper plates, and that was okay. The meal was delicious and everybody had seconds. In fact, Bonnie sent Moosie and I home with a little bit too, so I've been snacking on it for all day long. It's Sunday about 5 o'clock and Bonnie and Billy have just arrived here for the sibling get-together up at Colleen's tonight, but that doesn't begin until 6:30. Now, I am camera ready, as they say, because we were informed that we are going up there for a family picture. Now, we don't stay all night long. It's definitely a siblings night. They're all going to get together and probably race. We'll have a great time. But we hope we get some hors d'oeuvres for our supper, and we will get to see all the kids up there when they all arrive, and we'll be there for our picture. So I decided to get myself all dolled up in my new eyelet blouse. Remember I told you that my favorite eyelet blouse, in a moment of weakness, I purged, and so I had to find a new one. Well, I made a few changes. I wanted nice, big, fluffy sleeves, but the elastic was too tight. So now they're what you might call lantern sleeves, and I still might fix them a bit. I might put some more, maybe a big cuff on the bottom to fluff them up a bit, but I'm thrilled with the way it turned out. It's also a high neck, which will probably eventually make into a V. I've just folded it back. And I have it on with my eyelet skirt, so I'm all camera ready for the picture, and Moosie is all dolled up in his LA Dodger outfit. As it turned out, we actually spent an hour or two up there in the beginning of the evening and got to sample the wonderful hors d'oeuvres. Each one of the kids brought a different hors d'oeuvre, and we took all the pictures. The saddest part was that Margie was home with a horrible pulled muscle in her neck and shoulder blades, and she just couldn't even come, and we were all so sad to miss her. But Colleen always has to include a funny picture, that's for sure, but it was great. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it and watching it over and over again. In fact, Bonnie sent me home with 2 bags of those big rice stick noodles, and I can't wait to make it again myself. Oh, by the way, I'm going to include in this video a picture of what I finally did make for Colleen's birthday on Saturday. I had some of those smaller stacking planters, and I did buy some little small flowering plants. And Moosie said, perhaps Colleen might enjoy the flowering planter instead. So yesterday morning, very early, before we left to drive down to Murrieta, and by the way, that was probably about halfway to San Diego yesterday, we drove down there. It took about an hour and 20 minutes down and back, but it was great. We didn't have any traffic. So I made one of these little flowering stacking planters for Colleen. She did have a wonderful birthday, and her present from Micah and the kids, all 3 kids were there. Ryan surprised her and came home, and her present was a chicken coop, and I don't think the little chickens have arrived yet. Colleen sent a picture of Micah putting together her new chicken coop. So now we have 2 kids in the family that are raising chickens and who are supplying us with eggs. Of course, Margie has about 25 roosters and chickens. She's a pro. So thank you all for watching our videos and enjoying them. And of course, binging on all our 500 plus now. I can't believe we've made so many videos. Moosie and I do so appreciate all your support and love as well. Honestly, I feel like we have a family, a big second family with you. Goodbye for now. I love you, and God bless us all.